I still in the military? Well, the answer is... Hey, what's up guys? So I'm going to be answering one of y'all's questions. Am I still in the military? Well, the answer is no. I just, I really like to role play with my wife still, so I like to get up in, uniform, and, we do it to like kind of spice things up a bit. But no, the answer is yes, I'm still in the military, but I'm just doing different things. Obviously, I don't jump out of airplanes anymore. So there's that. What I have here next to me is my OCIE inventory, or I got some new stuff issued to me, basically, my Wilby favorite thing. Some uniforms, rucksacks, but anyways, there's quite a bit more stuff in here that I've got. So I'm just gonna unbox it, kind of bring you along, and we're just gonna do a layout with me, an OCIE layout with me. So. Cool, let's get to cracking. Getting into the box. Kind of already screened it, haven't really looked through it that much. And I already see my favorite thing in here. So guys, I don't know if y'all remember my last Wooby, but I had the ACU pattern, the Army Combat Uniform, whatever, camouflage. It was that gray one that was really weird, but this is cool. So I finally got my OCP Wooby here. My Wooby and I have been best friends for a long time. And I don't really think can y'all see me still? This thing is amazing. So here's that. I'm gonna try to find a poncho or a tarp though, inside one of these boxes, so I can do the layout. If nothing else, I'll do the layout on this. Alright, so as you can see, I've got my Wooby laid out here. This is pretty much how I used to do OCIE layouts at my last unit, except I'd be using a poncho or a tarp. But basically it kind of reserves an area for where all of your stuff is going to go. Helps you, it helped me keep things more organized, and it was easier to put it back up later. It helped keep everything organized. So I'm going to be doing the layout, but I might bring the view back up just so I can show y'all everything as I go down the list, or as I go down each item. So without further ado, let's start this OCIE unpacking. Okay, so the first thing we have here is my ruck. And y'all remember me talking about the ACU pattern. Well, this was what the Army used before the OCP, or Scorpion, or Multicam, whatever. But you can see it's gray, different gray, and a different shade of gray. I guess the idea of it was supposed to have dye packs, or it was, as you got dirty in the environment, it was supposed to, I don't know. Nobody knows. But here's the ruck. Inside of my ruck, I've got the frame, which was, very nice. I'll assemble it to, maybe the airborne standard was actually pretty nice, to be honest. It hiked the weight of it up a little bit higher on your shoulders, so I'll probably rig it that way. Start putting it over here. I've got the lumbar support here, which nobody, at least at my, last unit, ever used. It's got sustainment pouches. Those go on the sides of the ruck. It's supposed to go here. Y'all remember my last ruck. Another sustainment pouch there. Again, just keeping everything kind of like together. Okay, these are going to be the shoulder straps. That's everything. Yep, and then here we just have the basic bag. It's got that mesh holder up there. Doesn't look like this ruck has ever been used in the field. Based off of the little clips here. This is the assault pack here, and I mean, it's pretty standard run-of-the-mill assault pack here. I like this configuration in my ruck, so if we needed to drop ruck and just take a few things with us, you can just like pull it out your ruck, put whatever you needed in there, and then boom, be on your way. So this is just going to be like your waterproofing bag, which you would put like your clothes inside of. Anything that like will get wet goes in here and then goes inside of your ruck, because your ruck is definitely not waterproof. I don't know if y'all saw my last sleeping pad, but it was literally just a styrofoam mat, but this time I actually got a inflatable sleeping mat, which right on. Because as you can see, this is like way, like if anybody's familiar with the styrofoam sleeping mat, that thing would just be annoying to pack tight. So cool, it's not coming out of its packaging until I actually have to use it. From here we have a number of different things. This is actually, I've seen this one before. Over here, TAPS system would hold like magazines. Straps are all neatly tucked away, so it would have like shoulder straps that come across up top here, and then y'all have seen it in a previous video, but basically it comes across like the front of you, like right here. You have your magazines, got shoulder straps that would come up right here. It's got like internal compartments that you can reach in, grab whatever you need in there fast. So this one is a canteen pouch there. It's a 3-count magazine pouch. There's a canteen. I'll have to take all these out because I need to make sure that I have everything that's on my list. Magazine pouch. Okay, we've got a grenade pouch here. This is a 3-magazine rifleman pouch here. And that's one box complete. Next up, it looks like we have a sleeping bag, outer bag, ECW, yeah, extreme cold weather. So this one is different from my last issued one. The last one I had was a gray ECW sleeping bag. Yep, exactly what that is. Oh, basically like whenever the weather's cold out and you're in the field, you got this nice sleeping bag that will keep you warm. Of course, typically we would get like a sleeping bag cover, so I'll be on the lookout for that if that was included in this particular shipment. If not, you know, it'll probably be in the next future packages. Wet weather, cold weather gear. This is a windbreaker slash rain jacket. It works in rain for a brief while, but you know, don't have it as like your go-to. Here we go. So we got waffles. Waffle top, waffle bottom. Awesome during cold weather. I love my waffle top. The waffle bottoms is kind of like setting you up for overheating, honestly. If, you know, you're not going anywhere. It's good to put on though, like at night if you got the time and you're not expecting to have to move out very soon. I won't bore y'all too much with like the clothing. So like as you can see, fleece, it's nice. Another, you know, warm item to have if it's cold weather. Stationed in Florida though, so keeping that in the plastic for a minute. Soakies, this is if it's like kind of like chilly, but I mean this goes under like, this is like your basic first level, like first layer of, I guess, cold protection there. So I mean, nice to have, bundle up. Here's like the wet weather bag I was more used to. See, there you go. Put your stuff in there, goes in your ruck. Keep stuff dry. And then what I would do is I would actually flip mine inside out, because you can see typically the inside was black, and if you're going in there at night it was hard to find stuff, so you know the green made it easier to find everything. We've got another cold weather basic jacket here. It's a light one. Again, a lot of this stuff I don't expect to really use given where I'm at, but you know, if we do any sort of training up north. I am in Florida, and if there is one thing I know about Florida, it is wet. Yep, this is my wet weather top. This is going to be my best friend down here in Florida. So here we have an IFAC, which flashback to one of the videos that my wife and I did. I erroneously said that the IFAC was like infantry. Well, it's because my mindset was nothing but, you know, infantry. So this is an individual first aid kit. I said infantry first aid kit, which is, you know, the correct answer for infantry. Let me just take them out. Never use these. Everybody that's in the military right now should probably know. Tourniquet pouch. My tourniquets would just be like rubber banded to my kit. So like for my armor, my plate, I would have my IFAC like on my left side, and then the tourniquet would be rubber banded here. One of my leg pockets, there'll be one in my shoulder pocket. Some folks like to put it right here up on their collar. In their body armor or their, you know, their plate carriers. So yeah, IFAC, which, you know, I'll put some medical stuff in there later. They show me where everything goes. Bandage, airway. I'm just kidding. CIF will be looking for these when I go to turn it back in, so they'll be nicely packaged away. So we've got knee pads. Take them out because, you know, just so y'all can see them. Got knee pads here. Completely useless. I will never use these. The assault pants that had like the knee pads built into them, those are nice. Got some cold weather gloves, kind of like the lighter duty ones, and then I've got the heavy duty cold weather gloves. Okay. It's actually kind of nice in here. Vision goggles. It was nice, you know, dust storms to keep your eyes, you know, still to get through. Dust would still get through. But yeah, these are actually really nice. Yeah, check those out. Got the case for the iPro here. Get your iPro here. Neck gaiter goes around your neck. Not much else to say about that. Typically at the end of a layout, all of your stuff goes back into this duffel bag, which I'm very familiar with the green duffel bag. A lot of trips overseas with them. These are your dirty clothes bags, or just a clothing bag. I'm pretty sure it's been the same standard issue clothing bag since 1949. So here you go. Very important to have one of these Camelbacks. Continuing on to water sources, canteens. These have stickers on them, so let's see. Canteen. We have your combat canteen. It's very versatile in what it does. You want something to shave with? There you go. Put your water in, clean your razor. There you go. You want to have your soup? There it is. You want to have your hot coffee? There it is. Hot chocolate, hot tea, I don't know. There it is. It's got a wire handle so you don't burn yourself because it's metal. Also holds your canteens. Combat helmet. Keeps your noggin safe. Combat boots. These are called hot weather combat boots. As you can see, they're a very light material. I, am not a fan of the standard issue boots. I have my own. The cold weather boots. You can see the material looks a little bit thicker, a little bit heavier. Inside it's got a Gore-Tex lining. It even says it like right there. Thick sole, but very important. Socks, actually. Very underrated, very underappreciated. Change your socks during a long ruck march. Especially if you're going like 12 plus miles. Change them. If you're done with the field problem, change them. If you get your feet wet, change them. Have an extra set of boots too. More socks. I wasn't kidding. They take socks very seriously. Shirts. This is just your standard tan coyote shirt that goes under your uniform. Helmet cover for the ACH. Goes on, goes with the rest of your uniform, kind of make it all look, neat, so you don't have this gray bucket just sitting on top of your head and covers it. More shirts. Here we go, we've got some more uniform tops, which I'm glad to have because I am about out of, serviceable tops, so yay. The beanie. Wear this in cold weather for PT or just in cold weather. Love the beanie. It has been a real lifesaver throughout many field problems when it was cold. Standard trousers. Okay, good. That's in my size. I like to keep them nice and neat, folded like that, so it's easy to keep up with. Patrol cap here. Okay. So very important to keep your pants up. Tactical belt. Army shirts, much like the ones I'm wearing right now, I'm modeling it for y'all. Cold weather pants. Right there has the Army logo on it. Cold weather jacket. Shorts. These go onto your uniforms, onto your hat. Here we go. See that? And like I said, I'm not actually in the Army. I just like to role play and have like US Army and my name officially like embroidered on it. It's not, none of it's real. Got the flag there. Here's the ranks. Alright guys, so that has been the layout. I hope you've enjoyed it.